Hello students, today I'm going to show you how we will create an abstract painting. That means I'm just going to have fun making lines and colors. I'm not going to worry about making it look like anything in particular. My hand and my body can take over. What kind of line is this? I've gotten a new color. And I'm just kind of letting whatever comes off of the crayon take over. There's a lot of different little kinds of lines you can make. They can be short or long. They can even be invisible lines. I'm using a white crayon, and maybe you can tell what kind of lines I'm making by the movements my hand are making. Even though this is an abstract painting, I'm really adding a lot of detail and spending a lot of my focus and time on it. I'm trying a new kind of line here. What kind of line is this? Found another color. This one's easier to see. What kind of line is this? Notice you can go back and work into your previous lines. How would you describe this kind of line? Now I've got some green, and I'm making a very quick feathered line. What does it remind you of? So you can definitely pay attention to the shape of your paper and create new shapes to start to fill in all of the space that your paper has given you. I'm definitely achieving variety. Variety means a lot of different kinds of things are here. Not just one kind of thing, but I'm really using lots of different things for variety. I found a new color and it made me think of something new. How would you describe these lines? I haven't stopped yet. I've got a new color and found some new spaces to add a new kind of line. I'm getting even more creative now because I've made so many kinds of lines and I'm still looking for new ones. I decided to get yellow again and try some new lines to fill that space. Even though I filled a straight area with that crayon, I can now find a new space. I enjoyed that mark, so I tried it some more. With abstract art, you can just go with the flow. Make one mark and then see where the next one takes you. Now I'm setting up for paint. I make it nice and neat with a paper towel and a brush. I make sure my water is nearby and my paints will be at my table. You'll be sharing with paint, so they might not sit so close, but look, I just dabbed my color into the liquid watercolor and look how much I have to spread around my paper. That was just one dip. The paint starts to reveal lots of things I couldn't see before with my crayon. When it's time for a new color, you must rinse your brush. I tap it at the bottom, and then I scrape it on the lip of the cup, and I blot. New color. Red. You can let your areas of color overlap to see what happens. Your color might be a little bit darker in some areas and a little bit lighter in others. Whatever you do, don't make too big of puddles because then they will drip onto your clothes. Rinse, scrape, and blot. Keep your area nice and neat. Time for my third color, blue. Notice I went from the lightest color to the darkest. I wanted to start with the lightest color so that my yellow doesn't get a bunch of blue and red in it and turn brown. I took a break and still used what was on my brush to create an area of blue and let it overlap with some of my other colors to make a really fun design. I love the way my white crown pops out when blue goes on top. Now I'm filling up the rest of my white area. So it's time to rinse my brush one final time, scrape it on the lip, and blot it. I'm going to lift my paper carefully and keep it flat so it doesn't drip off. I'm going to take it to the drying rack and find an empty shelf. There's a lot of empty ones here, but sometimes before pushing it in, you have to look down and find an empty one. Look, I left a little piece hanging out so it's easy to grab. Next, I'm going to take my water back to the table. And next, I'm going to get my brush and napkin. Brush goes in the dirty brushes bin on the cart. And dirty paper towels go into the black landfill bin. You can then get a wipe or a towel from the cart and bring it to your table to wipe up. Today, Miss Yao will be moving the paint from table to table. All right, enjoy.